The Panthers POUNDcast is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed on the show are solely those of the presenters and in no way reflect the views of the Panthers organization.
Listener discretion is advised.
You got it.
This is Panthers POUNDcast.
Hey, and welcome to the third episode of Panthers POUNDcast. As always, I'm Alex Helms here with Los Pantera
Go Panthers.
and Jamaica's Plow.
Happy days.
We're just going to jump right into it this week. We're here on Sunday instead of our normal Thursday, so we're all
And we lost our hour because of the damn farmers. Daylight savings time.
It's not because of the farmers, though.
Trivia time.
And I just watched a video on it, and I can't damn remember why it's not about the farmers.
Bad trivia time.
It's
Here to
terrible.
bring you the facts.
Yeah, we're here to bring you some facts and
Mostly
mostly ignorance and questions.
Ignorance.
But
Wow.
since we're
That's true.
on kind of a time crunch, we're going to just jump right into the news. What's news?
What is the news today? We're Super Bowl champions are cleaning house and not getting much in return, but I'm sure John Elway has some master plan to make them better. Malik Jackson going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. We also had Janoris Jenkins going to the New York Giants, so he should be good for three
You know
quarters
who else
every
went
game.
to Jacksonville?
Who else went to Jacksonville?
Brad Nortman, fool.
Oh, that's right. From the Panthers, our kicker. Bye-bye, Brad. He's gone. He's out of here.
They paid him a lot of money to kick balls around.
Hey, they're
That's
going to
good.
pay
Good
him
for him.
$8 million over the course of 4 years.
And do you know who we have in its place right now?
Swayze Waters.
Swayze Waters.
You know you love that sweet name.
I
From
love that
the
name, dude.
Toronto Argonauts.
I'm picturing it
Canadians
from
rule.
3 other Canadian teams as well.
Oh, Lord.
It's going to be great.
Well, hopefully we'll pick up somebody in free agency.
Anyways.
Anyway, also news, Brock Osweiler, huge deal in Denver, not behind Peyton Manning and his huge forehead. So now he's headed down to Houston. Houston's spending some money this offseason, and they paid him, I think, $2 million more than what Denver offered Brock after making him sit after going 5-2 in regular season and basically just being there to keep Peyton Manning's job warm.
Yeah, this contract is absolutely insane. For someone who's only played 7 games, there are only 8 starting quarterbacks in the NFL right now that are making more than Brock Osweiler.
And none of them had the number 1 defense in the league.
Oh,
carrying
man.
the team every week.
But it doesn't seem to make sense to me. Like, I would want to stay on the Denver team that just went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Instead of going to the Texans and having to fight it out in the AFC South every year.
I think if anybody just takes a closer look at this whole situation, he just wasn't happy. He didn't want to play with Denver anymore. He got treated, felt like he got disrespected. I've seen video footage of him. You know, he's frustrated. He's on the sideline. I think he wants a clean start, more money.
Money
You
is
can't
good.
blame a player, for cashing in. That's their culmination of their financial dreams at a young age. So,
Absolutely.
more power to him. And it's not like Houston's defense was that bad last year or was expected to be that bad this year.
No, they're a good defense for sure. Solid. J.J. Watt always.
And so you got DeAndre Hopkins getting throws from Brock Osweiler.
But
Interesting.
Listen to these numbers. 4 years, $72 million, including a $12 million signing bonus, $37 million guaranteed, and an average salary of $18 million.
$18 million a year for Brock.
That's insane money. This guy has played 7 games.
That's it.
You never know. I like watching other team embarrass themselves. So go. Horrible season for you, Brock.
Let's take a little break and we'll be right back with the rest of the news.
Swayze Waters, just a kick away.
This is Panthers POUNDcast.
All right, back to Malik Jackson leaving Denver for lots of money, $90 million in Jacksonville.
5 years, $85.5 million.
Holy shit!
And I just think it's bizarre because he didn't have a ton of sacks. He may have eaten up blocks, but when you think about the pass rush from Denver from last year, you think about DeMarcus Ware and you think about Von Miller.
Yeah.
Do you think about Malik Jackson?
He's the third person on that list. He's definitely there, but he never comes before DeMarcus Ware
He's probably better by committee, too.
Asshole Von
Being
Miller.
around those guys makes him a lot better, so he could prove to be very average.
So, but would you be willing to pay him $45 million over the next 3 years?
Nope.
$45 million?
Gettleman would never make a stupid deal.
This
like
is
that.
what Jackson wants to try to do. They're definitely trying something. They're rebuilding. They're spending the money. We'll just see how well it works out.
Well,
They got this awesome punter named Brad Nortman.
They sure do have an awesome punter.
well, the one thing that I do want to mention about the Malik Jackson deal is that it's kind of setting a benchmark for what we can expect from the KK Short deal.
Right.
These are the kinds of deals that top pass rushers are going to get. And when you have 11 sacks in a season, you can expect to get paid top pass rusher money.
Especially at that position.
Absolutely,
As
at
a DT.
defensive tackle, coming up the middle rather than from the sides. I mean, you've got to put a premium on that.
Yeah,
So
you've seen what KK could accomplish this season.
you expect that he's going to make something similar, if not more than that. We could be looking at 5 years, $90 million.
There's no way Gettleman is going to release the purse strings and spend on KK. Not to say he's not worth it, but what Jacksonville just doled out to Malik Jackson, he's like the freaking Jesus and cleats all of a sudden.
Well, the one thing that I will say about Dave Gettleman is he puts a real premium on the guys in the middle. He puts a lot of value on offensive and defensive lines. So it's one of those things where you expect he's going to eventually spend the money, but we may see that deal happen a little later in the year rather than here in free agency.
In other news, Janoris Jenkins moving to the Giants for a considerable sum of money as well. Cornerback position, similar to our situation with Jano.
Right. Janoris signed a 5-year, $62.5 million contract.
That's a lot of monies.
Yeah. Includes a $10 million signing bonus, $28.8 million guaranteed, and an average annual salary of $12.5 million.
Not worth it.
Jamaikas, you went up to New York this year for the game, didn't you?
I did indeed.
Yeah, so tell me, I mean, clearly the attitude of the players being there, the whole Beckham Norman situation. What do you think Janoris Jenkins is going to bring to the Giants?
I mean, he's a good player. I think Splinter alluded earlier too that he can also get burned alive and just disappear from games. I don't hear his name mentioned a lot all the time. I don't know. I don't think he's worth it. And New York.
That's because Janoris is too much like Jamaikas.
And that's not true at all.
It's pretty close.
Jamaica's is way classier than Janoris. But, New York sucks, and they're terrible people, human beings, just like Beckham. And Eli's a mouth-breathing dummy. And they have, they got a new coach this year. I hope they just suck, and I hope they overpaid, and I hope they have misery, and I hope they keep the fucking club fingerless retard, JPP. Is he signing back there?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, good.
He's on a 1-year
Good.
deal, I
So
believe.
just keep embarrassing yourselves and keep getting Eli hit with beer bottles. So misery to you, Janoris.
The one thing that we can mention about the Janoris Jenkins deal is that it kind of proves the Panthers right when we're talking about the average annual salary of the upcoming Josh Norman deal. I expect that he's going to make more than Janoris. You would have to imagine. But I think that with Janoris making that 12.5, the $13.5 to $14 million that Josh Norman's looking for, I don't think that's an unrealistic number. I think that is a completely understandable number for what I believe is a top flight cornerback.
So Josh Norman, your opinion, sets the bar as far as there's no other cornerback in the league that's better than Josh Norman right now.
I mean, right now,
or at least up for
when you think
contract.
about the cornerbacks, I think that it has to be the top three of Peterson, Sherman, and Norman. I can't
Slash Revis, as Norman said.
Yeah, slash Revis.
Norman said that.
But,
He put himself on number 5 all time with Revis.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's the best at all time.
Humble guy too. No extra charge.
They're all different players, but it's hard to say who's the best. But they're all just top flight shutdown cornerbacks, and I think that this is similar to what we are going to see with the Josh Norman. Every bit of it's deserved. We'll be right back with the Panthers free agency news and
cut.
Panthers POUNDcast.
Yeah, Pancast. We are.
Shit, we're recording. All right, we're back with the Panthers POUNDcast, and we're going to talk now about the Panthers free agency moves, which are pretty awesome in my humble opinion. What about you, Mr. Splinter?
Absolutely. I think a lot of people have problems with the Panthers not going out and signing big name free agents from other teams, but that's just because we like signing our own.
Yep.
Our own big free agents, like big money, or should I call him small money himself, Charles Johnson.
That's not nice.
CJ's back again.
It is cool that he took half the money the Giants offered to stay here in Carolina, where he's happy, where he wants to be, and he knows we're going to win a ring this year as well.
Well, I mean, getting $3 million, like everyone is sort of hearing, is like, oh wow, that's a lot less. But Splinter was telling me he's actually getting $4 million for getting from his old contract anyway, so he's still making $7 million.
Right. He'll be making $7 million this year because of the dead money from his first contract here.
Right.
But then he also signed his new contract here, so that 3 plus 4, he's going to be making
That's some
$7 million.
pretty shrewd mathing by the Ghetto Man.
For sure, just like the Tolbert deal.
Absolutely.
Happy to have the Tolldozer back.
What
Oh,
a
yeah.
deal this is. 2
Toll
years,
booth, fatty boy.
3.3. With a $700,000 signing bonus, $700,000 guaranteed, and an average annual salary of $1.65. For the best fullback in the league and a guy that went to the Pro Bowl this year, or would have had he not been in the Super Bowl.
Best dancer on the team.
Best dancer on the team.
He does so much blocking just for morale.
Runs people over for fun times.
Right.
He's your short yardage guy, but I just feel like he should be getting paid more. But maybe it's just because I like Tolbert so
Didn't he
damn
get
much.
offered more somewhere else? That was a
He
rumor
did.
I heard, but I don't know any details.
Well, how much more?
I don't know.
I wasn't able to get any of the details, but he did mention that he was offered more to play elsewhere. But that wouldn't be unheard of because he did the same thing his first year.
come here.
When he was coming here from San Diego, he was offered more money by San Diego, but said he wanted to come play for Carolina.
People want to be here, man.
It's that riverboat, man. It really is.
Special environment here.
We're establishing that. Ron Rivera is the coolest coach ever. People want to play for him.
And Splinter made a good point when we were talking yesterday about, what is it worth in a dollar amount to a player to have a drama-free locker room and just to have joy at your job every
And
day.
win.
And
winning. And just a great atmosphere. It's worth a lot. It's worth a couple million less probably to a lot of guys.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
I posed that question to both of you. If you were offered $4 million to play for Cleveland and
No.
Nope.
$1.5
No.
million to
Canadian
play
Football
for
League.
Carolina.
Cleveland sucks.
I mean,
Cleveland sucks.
Exactly.
Gross.
No. What was the question?
Would
He just
you
asked.
take less money
Mm-hmm.
to play
In Carolina,
for,
yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
no,
a
that-
winning team and for a team that has quote unquote no drama, as Jared Allen put it.
He fits as a puzzle piece, whereas he would be a need in some other situation, some other team, and starting from scratch and trying to fit in. He's family here. Yeah, it's a no-brainer he was going to stay. I'm really glad we got him.
Absolutely. And
He'll probably retire a Panther, hopefully.
And we signed Joe Webb as well. He's back for 2 more years.
absolutely. And Joe Webb, super special teamer. I know a lot of fans outside of Carolina don't understand why we have such love for Joe Webb, but he's really just been a solid part of the team on all three phases.
Yes.
And he
Complete
always
athlete.
makes big plays. He's a good
You
big
notice
playmaker.
Gettleman does that. Shaq Thompson, a top draft pick for us, destined to take over for TD one day.
Absolutely.
But in college, played a lot of different positions.
Right.
Utility players. It's it's like such a common sense approach to filling your team, making your roster Super Bowl caliber.
Right. You just can't imagine how versatile this team is until you actually see them out on the field. We were just talking about Mike Tolbert. He adds so many different things that you can do in catching the ball out of the backfield, getting those short yard touchdowns. But then he's also got that elusive speed that people don't expect out of a guy his size.
He's hard to bring down.
Oh, he really is. He will hit you.
Joe Webb, who's a super special teamer. He's our emergency quarterback. He's a wide receiver. I mean, you can't. And like you were saying, Shaq Thompson, who played safety, running back, and linebacker in college, you can't put a value on players that just understand the game.
Right.
And you can
Smart
you can
players.
pad your roster with other weaker positions too, because that guy can step in if you need him to.
Absolutely, and by doing that, you get quality backups like
Gino Gradkowski,
or AJ
Sweezy
Klein.
Waters.
who we did sign from Baltimore.
Yeah, and AJ Klein, what a great development. That's a real, a testament to our system for raising players the right way, and he's captain.
Right, and you have to imagine that. Unfortunately, we're going to lose him somewhere down the line, but it's completely deserved on his part.
Earned.
We have our linebackers, I feel, but he is going to make a lot of money sometime. Gino Gradkowski, like Mike was saying, we picked him up, backup center from Baltimore, spent some time with the Atlanta Falcons.
Can play guard as well. He's another utility player, though.
Does this mean Velasco is gone?
So, most likely.
Velasco's still that free agent, and from what I've heard, I don't think we're going to sign back any of our free agents that are remaining.
Still potential free agents out there. We got Weedle.
Eric Weddle.
I like Weedle.
Weedle's way better sounding.
Quentin Coples, who we brought in for a visit a week ago.
Still no word. I don't think it's going to happen.
I think that it might. If the price is right.
We're playing hardball with him, that's all.
Will Quentin Coples become a Panther? Los Panteras says, no way. Splinter says, uh-huh.
What the hell was that?
Carlos likes
That's the challenge.
Challenge of what?
That's the bet. We're going to put it on the Poundcast.
The Panthcast.
Carlos worked till 3 a.m. and then got up.
Yeah, and the goddamn daylight savings time fucked me up. Took
He's
away
mad
another
at
hour of
farmers
me.
unnecessarily. But
I'm
we
at
don't
the
know why
spot
still.
of my coffee where I'm going to have to shit soon. So, it's
Too
not
much
good.
information. Los
But
Panteras.
I think that Weddle is a possibility. I think Oakland has more that they can offer, and I don't know that that's going to happen. I still think Coples is the likeliest move that we make.
But what you want to happen is Chris Long, isn't it?
Oh, God.
He loves Chris Long.
I hate Chris Long.
The stats, the legendary stats.
The stats
Chris
over the
Long.
last
Arm
2 years.
tattoos. He's got flowers on his arm.
The shitty attitude. Chris Long.
I just can't stand Chris Long. And honestly, his production's not there over the last couple of years.
He flipped you off.
He did.
In the flesh.
He flipped us all off in the flesh.
He's a bad
Fuck that
man.
guy.
Yeah, he's no fun. No one likes you.
Anyway.
No one likes your dad, really. I don't like your dad.
Not really.
Who
I kind of
cares?
hate all those guys on
It's
the
Howie Long.
TV. Yeah, you know what? His name's Howie.
Yeah.
Reminds me of cheap, shitty pizza.
If you're from the South or you're from Carolina, you know exactly what that means.
Hungry, gross-ass Howies.
11 out of 10 people agree we're the best. I think that's their logo.
It is their logo.
Is it?
That's the one outside from Lunica.
Lunica, yeah.
By the
Matthews,
way,
North Carolina.
free plug, Lunica, best Mexican ever.
Absolutely.
What's up,
You know
Victor?
what? We're going to do, what's up to Victor?
Free plug.
And all the ladies.
Yeah.
La Unica.
Yeah, man. Anyways, that's about it for free agency. Good luck to Nortman. We will miss you. You're funny. You had a great personality.
Yeah, thanks.
They broke
Norman.
up the bomb squad.
Not for long. We're going to have that
Swayze
Canadian
Swayze
going to save the
Waters.
days.
And really, the most important member of the bomb squad is locked up.
Right. We've got,
JJ motherfucking Jansen.
This is Panthers POUNDcast. Keep
Jeez.
Speak up when you
There
mumble.
you go.
Next.
All right.
Fuck your team. Will not take place this week
That's not true.
because you're in a positive mood, Jamaikas.
What?
Not really.
Yeah, he said he's not mad at anybody. He doesn't want to fuck anybody. He's just real happy right now.
No, I was talking about we should just change gears a little and perhaps talk about positive things like expectations for the Panthers coming season.
Don't fuck your team.
Well, we can fuck all the other teams as the Panthers. That's the way you could look at it.
All right.
I don't know. We should look at our schedule. We got our upcoming opponents. You can pull those up. You can
Yeah.
put this on the, Paul Rooney.
Fuck that. We're gonna do this shit live.
Cut.
Like goddamn Bill O'Reilly. Gonna do it live!
Bill O'Reilly is a madman.
He is a crazy bastard.
Alright, Panther 2016
I think we play.
schedule.
We play Denver because we're going to Denver.
Yeah, in Oakland, that whole division. They'll set the AFC something or other. The West Dizzles.
Oakland. I got to go out to San Francisco in May already, so I don't know if I'm going to make it out there to Oakland.
Alright, home games. Atlanta Falcons. We're gonna fucking butt-rape them twice.
I don't know, man. I'm very concerned. You know, they did get the one win on us, and maybe I'm just being whatever, paranoid. But I think they're actually going to succeed under Dan Quinn.
I don't. I think they suck. Their quarterback sucks. They're soft. They have a weak defense. They haven't done shit about
I just don't feel like
Vic
they
Beasley?
got any better.
No. Diaper wearing Ryan's not your savior. He
Like,
sucks.
okay, they got Alex Mack in free agency, who is a Pro Bowl center, but is that going to fix all their problems?
I mean, it's still possible we split with them next year, like we do a lot, but we should kill
Right.
them at home at least.
I don't think that they repeat 8-8.
That's probably what they shoot for, whatever. They're a very mediocre team.
They had a great run there and strung some things together initially, and I think that
They had lucky bounces.
I think they're going to be better than they were last year. The NFC South is definitely going to be better, and things are going to be a little bit more difficult for us.
I disagree.
I think the New Orleans Saints, who are another home opponent, home and away, yeah, but yeah, the New Orleans Saints, they went 7-9 last year. I think they do worse this year.
Yeah, me too.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
New coach.
but Jameis
Offensive coordinator, though.
Dirk Cutter, offensive coordinator from last year.
They're really
But
terrible.
if you say so, sir, I think that they do better this year.
See?
Home, Arizona Cardinals. That'll be a tough one again.
Terrible. We're gonna kill them again. We're gonna be undefeated next
Do
year.
you really think Carson Palmer is going to have a better season than he had last
We
year?
broke their will to live.
We seriously did.
Their offense isn't what scares me. Their defense is
Yeah, we
pretty
only
stout.
put up 49 points.
The
all.
San Francisco 49ers. Is anybody worried about the San
Where are we
Francisco
playing them?
49ers?
We playing them
Who is that?
here?
Is that a
Home?
college team?
Oh, we're
AFL?
playing at home. Okay, these are our home games.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
these are our home
They were
games.
5-11 last year. They're terrible.
And they're not getting any better.
No, fuck that.
No, there's so much. They have to just rebuild for a couple
that's
years.
that's one that you can go ahead and lock in your gambling pick on.
But
that
at
one.
least they'll have Kaepernick.
Maybe.
Who cares about him too?
Kansas City Chiefs at
That's a
home.
solid team.
Yeah, I would be a little, frightened of that
Stout
game.
D, but-
Should be a good game,
Yeah, low scoring. We'll just pound them.
The San Diego Chargers.
Victory is ours.
without a doubt.
Victory is ours.
Absolutely. Minnesota Vikings.
Depends. That's a team you have to just kind of see. I mean, you never know. Anyways, we're talking about this way early.
They almost beat Seattle. Oh, you're absolutely right about that. We're all speculating, basing on what they did
But we have
last
to talk
season.
about something.
Yeah.
Right.
They're young and they're getting better.
So looking forward to that game too.
Well, we could still, we practice against the best mobile quarterback of in all time. So, preparing for someone like Bridgewater is not too big a challenge.
And then we got our away opponents, of course, the NFC
Three
South.
assholes of the division.
Yeah, the Seahawks, which is, I don't care, it is always tough to go to Seattle.
Oh, yeah, and they're going to be nice and pissed about us putting them out.
So that's going to be a tough game. The St. Louis Rams, but now the LA Rams.
Yep, going out to play in some
I would
mystery
think
field.
about going out to that game.
No, why though? It's going to be at some college or some shit.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be
Yeah, but you still
either
say
at the
we have one of
Coliseum
those-
or the Rose Bowl.
Right, one of those stadiums like, hey, we're never going to get a chance to see football played in the stadium. We should definitely throw that on the list.
Maybe. We'll
And
talk
then,
about it.
of course, we have to go to Denver for our rematch.
We will be there for sure.
12-4
Going
last
for
year.
revenge.
Leaving on a jet plane.
Now they have Mark Sanchez. We forgot to mention that.
Oh, we are going to kill
Mark
Mark
as of now, they say they want to bring
He's
competition.
gonna compete. He is not going to beat anybody.
Fumbler.
And
Douchebag.
we also have the Oakland Raiders, who have been the biggest players in free agency so far.
They're on a team on the rise, maybe.
Yeah, they've got
Like
a
Minnesota.
they've got a quarterback, they've got a wide receiver,
Minnesota have 4 more wins.
and they've got an insanely talented linebacker.
And a rabid
Who does that
fan
remind
base.
you of? So I think that the Oakland Raiders is a team that's poised for a rise here in the near
We
future.
get to play with Kirk Cousins
And
in Washington.
Yep, and we go to Washington to play Kirk Cousins.
We only put up 44 on them this past year. I don't
That's
know.
it.
I don't think we can do it. We gave them that one too. That damn kick return. That was so annoying. But then we scored 30 something unanswered points, and it was good then.
That was a great game.
But anyways, like realistic expectations. Let's just call it super early since we have nothing else to talk about. Give me a record prediction, Splinter.
I'm gonna go 12-4.
Mr. Panteros.
I'll go one last 11-5.
I'm gonna call the 14-2 because we're nice and angry about being robbed blind in the Super Bowl, and we hate Atlanta for screwing up our perfect season. Perfect.
The way you said perfect season was perfect.
It was perfect. Perfect.
Shun.
You texted me that today. That's perfect.
He skipped. That was an audio glitch right there. He actually said perfection. The shun was gone.
Whatever it was. Either way, we're gonna be awesome this year, and we're gonna kick the living shit out of pretty much everyone, I believe, and that's how that's gonna be. That's my prediction here in March.
I hope your day is filled with Panthers positivity.
Yep, and fuck the rest of these teams out here.
Yeah. So from Los Pantera, Jamaica's Plow, and myself, keep pounding.
Keep pounding.
Keep pounding.
Hard.
This is Panthers POUNDcast.